You know what's missing? I think what's missing right now are celebrity PSAs about homeschooling. So you've decided to homeschool. Just kidding. I would watch it and make fun of it. 5 Minute Mom. So homeschooling. The question I get a lot of, but I've never got questions. Just to say this, I never got questions about homeschooling or pretty much anything else. Not a lot of questions anyway. Before the pandemic. And after the pandemic, I got lots of questions about homeschooling. And I'm like, yeah, but see, these are crazy times. Like, now we're living in like this chaos and uncertainty and everything. It's not normal. This isn't normal schooling of any kind. So, anyway, so the question that I got most often was, how do you do this with 5 kids? And so I'm going to give you that answer in 4 minutes or less. Just kidding. But I'm going to give you like a framework. So, first of all, my sister-in-law said this, and I think it's fantastic to keep in mind. Sorry, that's the bread machine, which is a whole other story. My 2 oldest girls have been making bread in the bread machine a lot. Yeah, it's great. Anyway, so totally distracted. How can I be a 5 minute mom when like a beeping bread machine distracts me? Now time is ticking away, and you're still here watching. So my sister-in-law Emily has this great strategy that she uses where she structures or loosely schedules her day around meals, because no matter what happens in the day, you're going to eat. Hopefully, you have kids, you're going to have to feed them. So your activities are in that framework of meals. So what do we do in the morning? And then we have breakfast, and then what do we do before lunch, and then what do we do after lunch, and what do we do before dinner, and what do we do after dinner? So if you put your meals on a sheet of paper, or meals and snacks, if you do snacks, then you can structure the little bits of time in between, and the kids get used to a routine. So that's one thing, is have a loose schedule and have it around meals, because it helps. It does help. The other thing is, for me, I like to do as much as I can together. So when I do read alouds with my kids, my 5-year-old and 3-year-old don't sit still for a long time for read alouds unless I'm reading aloud during a meal. So if I read aloud during lunch from a classic story, or the Chronicles of Narnia, which is a little above their age level, or like Little House on the Prairie, they will sit and listen if they're having food in their mouth and then they're not interrupting and they're hearing a story. So I do the classic read alouds during meals, and maybe you don't. I feel it's really important to read aloud to your kids. I tend to be a bit dramatic. I like to use voices when I read. It's something I enjoy doing. I've heard from a lot of moms that they do not enjoy reading aloud to their kids. Their kids don't enjoy when they read aloud to them because they don't get into it, So if you go online, there are tons of different places where you can do subscriptions for audiobooks, for children's books that are audiobooks, or you just go to YouTube and check it out. They have SAG, Screen Actors Guild, and they do Storyline Online. So you can look at that, and that's good, especially for the younger ages. But my older kids enjoy it too, and they'll do like Strega Nona is a favorite one of ours. I think the Rainbow Fish is on there on YouTube. Anyway, they have a whole bunch of children's books, and it's different celebrities that are reading them out loud. So anyway, that's something fun to check out. That if you can throw that up on the TV during lunchtime or during a snack time, and it's something fun. So anyway, we do as much as we can together, and I'll go into our schedule more in detail another time. But basically, we do our prayers and pledge in the morning. We do religion together. We do, and then the kids break into 2 different rooms. So my 5-year-old and 3-year-old are in the playroom for preschool, kindergarten. My 8 and 10-year-old are out here in the living room, and they're studying different things. And what I do is for the little ones, obviously they need more hands-on work, but it's in the expectations. So my expectation of what my 5-year-old is going to do in a worksheet or practicing letters or numbers or sounding out words is different than what my expectation for my 3-year-old would be. And it's the same thing with the older kids. This year we're studying American history. And so, it's geography, it's biographies, it's states and capitals. My expectation for what my 10-year-old is going to do with that is going to be different than what my expectation for my 8-year-old will be able to do. So I hope that makes sense. I'm a little over 5 minutes, but basically we do as much of the read aloud for history, language arts, religion, as much of that we do as a whole family. And then we do have time in the morning for a couple hours, probably, that they are separated, come back for a snack and recess, and then they're separated again until lunch in different rooms. And kindergarten and preschool is a lot of play, but I can get into that more, and you guys can figure that out just by looking online and talking to people that you know. But that's how I do it. We do morning basket. We do a lot of work together as a family, and that's how I like to do it, because with 5 kids, it's a lot, and we get as much done as we can when the baby takes her morning nap. And that's our school day. And then in the afternoon, I work individually with my 2 older kids, and that takes, I really only work with them for about half an hour. Sometimes it takes a little longer, but when everyone has quiet time, I'll pull aside my 10-year-old and we work on the areas that she needs extra help with, or the areas I want to go further with her because she's older. And then I'll pull aside my 8-year-old after that, and we'll work on the areas that she's struggling with, or specific things that I need to sit down and see her do them, and I need to work with her. So that's it. Still 7-minute mom. 5 minutes. So I will do a video. I'm still trying to get everything organized for the school year, but I will do a video and show you my filing system and what I do to get everything ready for the year, so it's just at my fingertips. Here they come. God bless you. Good measure, packed down, and flowing over.